I'm joined now by lawyer Dr. Monday Obani on the news. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Obani. We're back discussing the issue of the interim orders, especially when the merit of a case has not yet been considered. And in time past, we've also experienced conflicting exparte orders that have ridiculed in some way the process. What do you think is playing out here?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Good evening. I'm always very wary of these ex parte orders, that takes away the right of an individual without giving an opportunity for that individual to respond to whatever allegations that may have probably or may put the court in a position to exercise a discretion of removing those rights. If you see that order you have mentioned, it is an ex parte order, meaning that there was no opportunity given to the chairman of the political party to respond to whatever allegations they may have brought before the court. And so they remove him, ask him to be suspended. From restraining him from acting as a chairperson based upon an ex parte application. I would have thought that the court would have been demanded, since there is no emergency, that the defendant should be put on notice. Let's put the defendant on notice. I'm sure what they have done is to use the suspension order, or there was a suspension order that came from the ward. The ward of his political party said that they have suspended him, and now there is a contention as to those people that even initiated the suspension process, whether it is even the right person or whether they are a member of the political party and all that. So that will always make the court to be a bit wary in trying to act on that suspension. That is the reason why you are not restraining him from acting as the chairman of the political party. So this issue of the courts always using ex parte order to deny or to deprive a party of his rights, I am not too comfortable with it. And
Mr. Bani,
judiciary, yes.
Talking about the legitimacy of those who filed this case, the legal advisor who reportedly initiated this case is now quoted to have said that that wasn't him, that he wasn't involved at all. How does this affect the merit of the court decision if it's considered to be true?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A process has been initiated now by somebody who says he's a member of a political party, is a legal advisor, and based upon the constitution of APC, they may have done certain things, believing that they are the right persons under the constitution that should carry out whatever they have carried out in terms of suspending the chairman at the ward level. Now, the truth is coming out now that those that initiated that process are not actually the right persons, and they are not, there is criminal implication of what they have even done by impersonating, certain member of the political party. So that is why I am saying that the court shouldn't be in a hurry most times to give an order, ex parte, that we deny somebody's right. Because if you put the other party on notice, they may come up with this counter affidavit to say, no, look at what has happened. There was no suspension in the first place. Or those who claim to have suspended me are not members of the political party, or there is impersonation. That would have actually probably, in play on the mind of the court before he can make that pronouncement of denying, the person who has the right already that is inherent. So I am a bit bothered, by that procedure of the court.
Interestingly, the way to vacate this order is another ex parte order, right? No. What will happen is that they will take a process now by bringing a motion before the same court. It should be on notice. It will not be ex parte. They bring it on notice and put the party who have probably gotten the order restraining, and then ask the court to vacate that order because, one, it was obtained by fraud. One of the reasons why the court that gave a decision can vacate his order is if it is obtained by fraud. And that will be a reason why the court will vacate. But if the court refuses to vacate the order, that's the same court that gave the order, restraining order, they can now go on appeal. But I think that they first have to approach the court with this information that order, that particular suspension upon which he acted was obtained by fraud. Then the court will now look at it, realistically, and then make a pronouncement by setting aside the suspension. I mean, the restraining order.
Legal practitioner Monday Obano, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
And coming up on TV News.